As far as technology goes, AGV certainly has its place, but AGV is very restrictive, right? It's going to pick up a pod, and I'm using the Kiva example, an inventory pod, and it's going to carry it from point A to point B using a grid of QR codes. And if those QR codes are interrupted, it just says, I quit. Go get me a human, fix whatever this problem is, and we can start again. If something falls off the inventory pod, the robot struggles. It's not going to navigate its way around it. It's just going to stop. That's it. It's a safety feature. But the point of that is you can't have humans interacting with the AGV field. And that applies generally to all AGVs. Now, you can have AGVs around humans if you equip them with their correct safety devices, but that limits their utility and their efficiency because if something drops on the floor, it's still going to wait until a human figures it out because it can't navigate off of its path. So the next phase of technology is AMR. So AMR uses a variety of different sensors. You can pick one, whether it's LiDAR or cameras or something else. And it navigates, basically, you make it a map of the environment. So you can use a drone, or you can use a human walking around with an iPhone, or a human walking around with LiDAR, or the robot can use its own LiDAR to create a map of the environment. And then a human edits that map and says, okay, these are things you can't mess with, and the rest of this space is all yours. And the robot uses the landmarks that it laid out and the human edited, and now it navigates freely. So if somebody's walking around and they walk in the path of the robot, it just slows down or it stops. And if the human passes, it just keeps on going. Or if somebody puts a pallet down or a trash can or they drop a pretzel, whatever, the robot's going to navigate around it. They can raster instead of just randomly. They'll raster your whole floor. And if there's an obstacle, they'll come back and check later, is that obstacle gone, which is pretty darn smart. If I was thinking about where to split AGV and AMR, I'm going to use AGV where I need very precise storage of inventory. Meaning, think about the pods, I want to store them as close together as I can because I don't want a bunch of air taken up by 3 inches gap between every pod if I can make that gap an inch. If I've got 100,000 pods, that adds up to a lot of volume. So I'll use AGVs there because that's what they're really good at. They're just precise. They're not flexible, but precise. And AMR, maybe I would apply that after I bring the goods to the person and they're picked, and I need them to go to the next station, which is where humans work.